Hello everyone, and today I am doing a new story called The Caterpillar. It is suggested from me from somebody from my school, and it has a horror twist to the Hungry Caterpillar. It's a horror version of that. I think I already said that. I hope you got the joy, and let's begin. In the inky blackness of a moonless night, a tiny egg lay on a milkweed leaf. It was an ordinary egg, yet within its delicate shell throbbed a hunger unlike any other. Not for the sweet, innocent leaves of its kind, but for something more. When the egg hatched, a minuscule, pale green caterpillar. Its skin was translucent, revealing an unsettling network of pulsating veins, and its eyes, rather than beaded and black, glowed with a faint, malevolent red. This was the hungry horror pillar. Pillar. Its first meal was the very leaf it was born upon, devoured not with gentle nibbles, but with a disturbing grinding. The next day it craved more, and to begin its week, and so began its week-long feast. On Monday, it didn't just eat one apple; it devoured the entire tree, leaving behind only a skeletal husk that withered into dust. On Tuesday, it didn't just eat 2 pears. It found the gardener who had been tending to the orchard. He was found hours later, or rather, what was left of him. The horror pillar had bypassed the fruit entirely, preferring the salt and iron of the man's blood. It left behind only a pair of leather boots still caught in the mud, and a hollowed-out torso that looked exactly like the skeletal trees it had feasted on the day before. On Wednesday, the hunger became a frantic pulsing need. It slithered toward the local petting zoo. 3 goats vanished, followed by their frantic keeper. There were no screams heard that night, only the sound of something heavy and wet being dragged across the gravel, and the rhythmic thump of the creature's distressed herd. By Thursday, the horror pillar had grown thick as a sewer pipe. It lurched into the outskirts of the village under the cover of a thick, unnatural fog. Four hikers lost in the woods became its next course. It didn't just consume them; it absorbed them. Their terrified faces seemed to ripple briefly beneath the creature's translucent, vein-filled skin, before being dissolved by the acidic slurry within its gut. The village began to wake up to the nightmare. Doors were bolted, windows were boarded, but for the hungry horror pillar, wood and glass were merely appetizers. It was no longer looking for food. It was looking for mass. it needed the weight of human lives to face the terrible transformation that was screaming to begin. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you do, I'm going to make a second one of these that follows along. Anyway, thanks to the person that suggested this to me. It was actually really fun writing it. See you in the next one. Goodbye.